Careful when you turn things on, it electrocutes me.
Oh my god.
You just don't usually see it on camera.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't. Hello, viewer, and welcome to Chaotic Sentimental. We're such a small, sweet little group that's full of big feelings and bad decisions. We love making them, and we love sharing them. Today, I'm here with two of my favorite people, the wonderful Sam
Good evening.
and the wonderful Cassian.
Hello, yes.
And I'm here also with myself, Charlie Dungeon Master.
That's
me.
his.
Boo!
I feel bad.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
We're joking.
You know, that made me think of Princess Bride.
Yeah, I knew it.
When the crone is screaming. Anyway,
Anywho,
thank you for clicking on our video, and we hope you enjoy what you're about to watch. This here is one of our stories.
Yeah, Charlie started one of those challenges. Obviously. Keep
the-
watching to find out how that goes.
I wanted to do something else. I'm so sorry.
Are we gonna run intro?
No.
Okay. Sit back,
We're doing
relax,
this
and
now.
enjoy the video. Roll the intro. The line that goes in my head always is like, do you want me to step on it harder?
Wait, I said that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That sounds like something I would say. Especially in regards to a gummy worm.
It pops in my head like, I don't know, 2 times a month.
I do say strange things sometimes.
It's
And you
good
know what?
though.
That's
It's
okay.
good. That's great. Hello and welcome back. All right. No, that's not how it starts. The darkness is hungry. Sing along if you know the words. A wizard and a warlock are all that stand in between. Aboard the Crimson Maw, Sorren, an ancient bloodthirsting captain seeking the extinction of a corrupted age, sails beside their newfound love, Talon. An eyeless, abyss-woven tiefling guided by shadow dragons. Welcome to a tragedy in the making. Bound by love, secrets, and impending ruin, they chase forbidden power and impossible answers aboard the Crimson Maw. Their goal is nothing less than the death of a son and the destruction of a godlike entity. Salvation may be
Salvation may be within reach.
But so is oblivion.
What's that from?
Oh.
It's a horror movie. Is it The Ring or something?
I feel like
You hear
that's
before
like
you
in a
die or
lot of
some shit?
things.
Yeah.
It's like an iconic horror film in like 2008. Some shit.
Gotta phone a friend.
Phone a
Bring,
friend.
bring.
Phone your friend. I didn't want to say their name.
I know. That's what I was thinking too. That's why I said phone a friend. I know who I'd call.
Previously on a Sea of Shadow, our Umbral adventurers fought off the sea monster abominations along the western route and saved Lady Dream from her damned ship. She now sails with the crew of the Maw. With the new crew member, they travel for Ghost Watch Point. Upon arrival, they see that Ghost Watch is loaded with Coalition ships, including Augustine's. As they were discussing how to pass by unnoticed, or not dying, Their ideas were shut down by the arrival of one of the Redwater's most notorious pirates, Horstagag.
The one-armed. On his ship.
He sails for Ghostwatch upon Horstagag Jr. and with ships from his army. What his plans are unclear, but no better opportunity to sail by has presented itself. So they race off, hoping to bypass the colossal confrontation that could ensue and make for the Haunted Cove. I wrote the wrong noun, which has its own threats they must be wary of. The Pale Blue. And this is where we pick up. We pick off. We take off out and pick.
Is it the 3rd or 4th of Agni?
Good question. It's, fuck, man. I'm never again doing this travel by night.
You're welcome.
It must be the 4th now.
I think so.
I think it's, yes.
We're in the
6 p.m.
third
of the
going to the
4th of Agni.
Oh, 4th, yeah.
Or, yes, because it was 8 p.m. 3rd of Agni, and that's when you came across Lady Dream.
Then we sailed and then rested.
So now it's 6 p.m. on the 4th.
Yeah.
Or, sure, let's make it 6 p.m.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. We're just up.
Because it
Sun
was
just
like,
set.
you traveled the day-ish or whatever. So it'd be like, whatever.
Yeah. Sun just set.
The math can math. It'll math enough.
It'll math enough for us to be like, that's reasonable.
We're not rounding to decimal points. We're rounding to nearest whole number.
Exactly.
Nearest whole 5 number. So, with the arrival of Horstagag, you take off. You set your sails, correct, right?
Yes.
Quick and briskly.
Yep.
You are... Just trying to think. You're probably only, like, a 15-minute sail, like, past Ghostwatch Point to get to the Haunted
Is it
Cove.
Ghost Point Watch? Or
What did
Ghost...
you say?
So that was
It's
Ghost Point Watch?
Ghost Point Watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you keep saying Ghost Watch Point?
I wrote Ghost
Point
Watch
Watch.
Point.
Ghost Point Watch sounds more better and familiar, yes.
Sounds more better, more good.
More good, yes.
Perfect.
More do good, yes.
Okay.
Good, yes, good.
The wind hits your sails, and you're off. You embark as fast as you can. As everybody's kind of running around and jumping and rigging up the boat and getting it to go and making the ship move faster. I realized how much non-nautical stuff I know. I feel like it just takes you out of it every time. It's like, your boat boats real hard.
Yeah, go boat.
Maybe we just lean into it that way. Usually your boat is boating and your ship is boating.
Thank you.
Ship,
not a boat.
Even with the wind crossing past your ears, you hear a kind of like a deep, kind of crunchy voice, like coming from, like the air that is in the lungs of this creature is almost like rough around the edges itself. You're assuming that some kind of magical power is being used to amplify this voice. And you hear all the way past Ghost Point Watch. And somewhere from, you're only assuming, Horstagag's ship and Horstagag himself. You hear, Augustine! Come out! Face me! Show yourself. As it echoes throughout the moonlit night. And a moment of silence is there as just as you're sailing along. Just hope you're not seen. And that's when you see some spotlights from some you're only assuming some kind of magical thing or some crazy ass aimed lantern or something kind of shines down into the waters from these towers. Ghost Point Watch is, this like massive, like kind of stone brick tower castle built on this long, tall, spindly crag rock. It's like almost like half of this structure is carved out of this huge craggy rock, and then also in addition brick and such things are built, and like it's built into the sides and on the surface of this massive spire. You see these spotlights kind of come down on the water and look out, and you just hear these bells. It just makes this cacophony of sounds.
That was very good bell noises.
Thanks. As like torches and lights kind of light up Ghost Point Watch.
We're just like,
And you see down at the bottom in the base of Ghost Point Watch where the docks are, one of the ships, its sails drop and it slowly kind of works its way away from the docks and begins to turn as if it's going out traveling. It's not Augustine's ship itself. It's a ship bigger than yours, but much smaller than Horse Dog's. Also, Horse Dog Jr. is fucking huge.
Junior.
It is fucking huge.
But that's the ship's name.
Wait, what?
The
His
ship
name is
called Horse Dog Jr.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
He called his ship Junior.
Horse Dog Junior.
You are continuing sailing. No one seemed to notice you. None of these spotlights aim at you. Fortunately, just you know how light works because you hate it so much. With things
That's
aiming at
true.
Horse Dog, you can only assume that you're probably hidden in the darkness past while they are facing the light. Hopefully, just Ghost Point Watch doesn't look backwards. You're confident. Maybe only 10 minutes until you kind of get there to the Haunted Cove. You can see the eerie passageway that leads into the Haunted Cove, just slowly growing larger and larger. You can see these like sea foam / turquoisey kind of pale white mists just hovering above the waters past this mountain range that is almost like as if it was a giant circular hole, like this wondrous arch at one point, and then at the top has like crashed and fallen apart. So you can see that the mountain range comes, and then the rock is almost like it is like if it was lava that once spewed against the surface and then instantly hardened into obsidian. It's just this rush of rock that kind of comes up on both sides, but never actually meets, just kind of makes this horrific jagged point. This is what the entrance to the Haunted Cove looks like. As you're staring into the waters, just themselves look still and dead. And that's when you hear a sound come back from Ghost Point Watch when there's another large booming voice with kind of like some stoicism to it. To what do I owe the honor, Horstadhug, that you so wish to inquire with me? And a few seconds pass, you hear Horstadhug reply. Forfeit Ghost Point Watch, and I shall let you and all of your men live. A moment of silence before. You're almost in the shadows of the entrance to the Haunted Cove when you hear a simple one-word reply. Comes from Augustine. And it's simply denied.
I respect it.
And a cannon fires from Ghost Point Watch down towards Horstdog.
You know what this reminds me of? When like your like next door neighbors are like arguing, and one's in the hallway and one's in this other door, and they're arguing, but you need to leave your apartment to go to work, and you're trying to like sneak past.
Yeah,
You're just like
just your head
watching this
down.
all happen. Yeah.
You're trying to like pretend you were doing something loud enough that you didn't hear what they were doing.
Yeah. That's what it's giving me. They're just kind of
Very much what this is. Horsatug is there with this massive ship, and at least maybe 7 other ships from what you can see kind of scattering out behind it, varying in size, but also they're all larger than yours. This cannonball hits Horsatug's ship. It's like throwing a rock at a car. It's doesn't do much. You see a bit of like kind of maybe debris or whatever before you hear a as the cannonball kerplunks into the ocean to be lost.
Dang.
And then you hear Horsatug reply, "Remember, Augustine, you chose this." And that's when you've never seen this happen. You've only heard the stories. That's when you watch Horsatug Jr. almost force itself forward, and the front of the ship begins to crack and break as these massive booming sounds just echo across the night, across your ship, as the front of the boat cracks and pulls itself apart and opens to this massive gaping maw riddled with teeth. And you see 2 large sections of the planks kind of peel themselves back, and you see eyes appear on the face of this ship as it opens its mouth, and the bottom front of the bow, I guess, is that what it is? Not the stern, kind of goes underneath the water, much like a whale, and collapses over the ship that met it. And a wave of water flushes forward. And the moment that happens, you hear and like 5 cannonballs fire down towards Horsatug. And that's when you see a little light up on Horsatug's ship. And these cannonballs miss and hit and kind of crash against or whatever. You can see these very large creatures. They look like ogres or giants or whatever on this ship. The ship's like huge for even just like it's like if it was made for giants and ogres. You see some light, just like a big flame light up on the deck of Horsatug Jr. And before you just see it kind of raise up into the air. And this trebuchet that is mounted to Horsatug Jr. flings a flaming ball of debris up to Ghost Point Watch and crashes as fire lights up. And a siege has started on Ghost Point Watch as Horsatug makes his debut from being gone for a little while. As you keep your hands over your eyes.
just like the go,
I hope you're not hit by some stray debris flying from Horsatug's ship. You make for the Haunted Cove. We're going to roll 1 die. It's a natural 20.
Is that good?
Just when you're
For
about
us?
to get into the
Oh,
Haunted
fuck.
Cove and make your way past, you see another trebuchet, flaming boulder fly. And it crosses, you hear a cannonball fire, like, and it careens and smashes into this cannonball and set ajar on its course. And you can see that it's flying towards you before, as it lands in the water close to you and sends this wave flying towards you. Can you all, as this wave comes up and crashes against the side of the ship, can you all give me dexterity saving throws? I'm going to make one for your ship and your crew.
Okay. Dex save?
Yes.
15.
15?
19.
19. Cool. You all brace yourselves. The water crashes against your ship, washes over the deck. Everybody's got their hands wrapped around ropes and such things. Nobody falls overboard, fortunately, as you break. At this point, you haven't even had time to like comprehend you're entering the Haunted Cove. And you felt, oh good, I'm out of line of sight and fire as you pass through the entrance into the Haunted Cove and you see this siege disappear around the edge of the mountains. The waters become still. The wind in your sails suddenly just drops and comes to a light, early spring breeze. The wind in your sails is barely pulling your ship. You're at like a humble cruising speed. As hold on. I have a better one. I made it for this.
Ooh.
As you're basically coasting in, coming from the speed that you were at full speed when you could, and you just drift into the Haunted Cove. This mist. I was going to say this misty mist. This mist covers the entire waters of the cove. You don't actually get to see down into the waters unless you kind of look over the ship and you can see maybe 20 feet out past the mists. But if you look out, it's as if you're sailing on a sea of clouds. The air is thin, weak, like you're at the top of a mountain, and it feels uneasy, as if someone is just gently rubbing long nails against the bare bones on your back ribs. You have this feeling of anxiety that something will happen. All the stories you heard, all the tales that were woven come crashing into your mind, bottlenecking at once, as you're just filled with images of all the things you've imagined when you heard the horror stories of what it's like in the Haunted Cove, and that no one returns, and that a ghost ship sails these waters and no one can harm it, and that it just murders the crew and leaves the ship stagnant, floating, drift with no one on it. And that's when you see the first sight that you see in the Haunted Cove. As your boat creaks and cruises in the water, the distant sound of cannon fire and battles behind the mountains slowly fades away. You see, breaking away from the mists, up ahead, a ship. Its sails are tattered and torn. The masts stand tall still. It seems to kind of be moving. It's difficult to tell. It looks maybe 200, 300 feet out. It's also kind of difficult to tell with the mists. It doesn't seem to be active or alive. There's no one on the deck. There's no anything happening to it. But it's not broken in half, destroyed. It's simply just a vacant ship drifting and floating in the waters. In maybe a few minutes you'll be up close to it, or you could veer your course and not go near it at all. But as of right now, you can't see very far in front of you. You can't see the back end of the cove. The cove, you know, isn't supposed to be that big. Like, if there was no mists and this fog that eventually builds up in the distance, you by rights should be able to see the land ahead, in all directions. But all you can see is the closing, the fading entrance and mountain range that you passed and came in, as you just kind of go deeper into the Haunted Cove. At some point, you'll just be in the middle of mists and fog. Do you wish to continue forward and meet up with this vacant ship, or just steer clear from it, or just turn a direction and go somewhere?
I think, like, steer clear, not, like, go super far out of our way, but I don't want to, like, I would like to
pass it
stay.
by at like 50 feet, 60
Yes.
feet? Okay, sounds good. Cool.
Yeah.
As you come up to it and you veer off to you veer starboard side. The ship, you pass the ship as it's on your port. You can see that there isn't any damages to the hull or the masts or any of the railings or anything, but you do see skeletons left there, lifeless, slumped over the railings, just upon the deck. One is just kind of leaning against the main wheel. Some are hanging by a rope that are just kind of splashing up and down in the water, and it's only the legs and rib cage, the skull and the arms have been lost to the waters. There was, some point, living bodies on here, but they have been slain and just left to become bones.
Yikes.
The ship creaks, and that's the only lively sound that it makes, is these sad croaks as it drifts and swishes around in these still waters. After a few minutes, you pass it, and it slowly begins to be disappearing in the fog and mists. Eventually, it will be out of sight. Your scout rappels down through a rope in a very flashy, piratey style and lands onto the deck.
Very cool.
And she tells you, Captain, I see not far. I can maybe spot a couple other ships that I assume are of the same situation. Not much else. I'll stay up there and continue watching. Inform you if I do see anything. But we are sailing a bit blind.
I think we need that coming in.
They climb back up the ropes and go back up to the crow's nest.
I have a feeling that she's gonna find us before we find her. Not that we're necessarily looking.
So, how do you even be ready?
I don't think you can. I mean, nobody except Augustine has ever been in here and gotten out.
Right.
So,
All right.
yeah, I think we're gonna have two options: either try and talk our way out, fight our way out.
All right. Well, I'm ready for whatever might come then. And Talon will just kind of walk by Sorren and just like tightly hold their hand for a moment and then continue.
Cool. You can choose to like pilot your ship and try and navigate if you so wish. You are able to still see the stars. Like someone can go up high enough and you can see them. Or yeah, unless you have any other thoughts or ideas on how maybe you want to scout farther ahead, because you do have Tess who can fly up high.
Yeah. That was kind of my thought, and I was probably actually just gonna leave Murder. So I'd like to probably be like, I think somewhere like right up here.
Yeah.
Talon has an idea.
I mean, yeah, I'm just giving you options on like you can attempt to navigate. Basically, if you are if you're attempting to try and keep track and navigate by the stars and monitor your location so you don't get lost, your check is going to be at disadvantage just with the fog and the situation and the fact that you don't actually
Nobody actually really knows where anything is in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest concern is yes, you can orientate your direction even with the stars. That's correct. Absolutely. You can know where you are and which way is what.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is that you don't know what's coming in front of you before maybe 100, 150 feet.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you don't travel very fast, but who knows what's out in this fog and these mists. So that's up to you. The more turns and just like walking through the woods, the more that you kind of just decide to travel in directions and things like that, the more difficult it will become to kind of orientate yourself again. Just as a heads up. But yeah, what was this Talon what was this idea that Talon had?
Yeah, Talon will circle back. I don't know if this will help any, but we do have Nox, and I mean, he can go on his own and come back. I don't have very far range with him, but it is an option.
I mean, if he'd be willing to.
Oh, yeah. I think he would love it, actually. So, yeah, I think, then I will probably go up front then. Just to be as close to him as I can. Okay.
I think it's a good plan.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, I've kind of been hanging out here.
Okay. Perfect.
So yeah, that's
Cool. Sorry, what is your... I was just reading something quick in a book. I caught only half of your plan. What's your plan with Nox?
Nox is going to venture out to see if he can see anything, and then he'll come back.
Okay.
I would like to tell him essentially that if you're feeling uncomfortable or you're losing your sense of what way you came from, turn around right away. In my mind, I'm imagining him going out probably no more than 500 feet.
Okay. Because I was going to say, at 150 feet is when he probably disappears into the fog, and you'll lose sight of him, and he would lose... I'm going to say maybe, whatever, to make things complicated, he'll lose sight. No, we'll keep it simple. He'll lose sight of the boat at 150 feet. You probably lose sight of him before that, though. It doesn't matter. The point is that's when the vision between the two of you is gone. Mm-hmm. So, but you still have your connection with him. So do you want him to be 500 feet away from the ship or 500 feet away from that point?
What do you mean?
So,
oh no, yeah, 500 feet from the ship.
Okay.
And I think that maybe even it's just a test run for the first round. I would like him to go out, go past the point, just past the point, 50 feet past where the ship is no longer visible for him, and then for him to come back, just so he has that feeling of you've gone out, you've come back, now go out further. That's what I would like him to do.
I just don't want him to get lost.
Yeah. Pretty much. Preferably. I mean, can always tell him. But we don't want to do that.
No.
You also have ways to actually just... You can recall him back into the Feywild. You can pull him into his pocket world if you... Yeah.
I just would prefer to just have him do his thing and come back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, just taking precautions.
As Nox flies out, you see it. Is Peter still on him?
No. I'm going to take Peter off for this one.
Peter...
And I'll put him at he can go right at the tip of the, yeah.
As you try to take him off, he does fight you a little bit, where he's like, where he holds on to the little feathers of Nox's wings as he kind of slips off.
Nox needs as much focus on what he's doing as possible, and any interruption can be an interruption.
I mean, you can keep watch from up there.
He climbs, scatters down you. Where do you want to put him?
Right
at the end of the gym? Okay,
This is the bowsprit.
The bowsprit.
This is the gym.
Oh, okay. At the end of the bowsprit. It goes way
This
up.
guy doesn't know anything about ships.
At the point end of the boat. Nox travels outwards. And in a handful of seconds, he disappears into the fog. As your sight continues, correct?
I have him for a bit.
Yeah, I guess you have him up to 500 feet, right?
It's
No.
100 feet.
100 feet?
Well,
Like the connection, I think.
I have a bit of a different connection with
Oh,
him.
right.
But it's not 500 feet.
What is it?
I thought that
I can't remember what it is.
we had 300, but
Yeah, okay. That sounds right. Either way, yeah. So,
I'm gonna double check.
okay.
But continue.
Continues up for 150 feet. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how much you would see or not. As you watch Nox slowly fade off into the fog, you hear these faint winds, but it doesn't seem to catch your sails. And for a brief moment, you think you hear a bloop. These little water bloop sounds, like that fish make when they come up. Or something drops into the water, like a small little rock. What is the site of? Do you know the distance?
Yeah, the distance for connection that we have is 150.
Okay. So, Talon, you know, he's basically the moment that he kind of is lost in the fog and you kind of blink your eyes and lose where he was, is when you lose your sight and you're back to your realm of darkness and you've lost your connection with Nox. He is off. You have no idea what he's seeing out in the fog and the mists. You hear these... Sorry, what?
I was gonna say because right now you only have 30 feet of blind sense without him, right? Yeah. Okay.
You hear these sounds coming from kind of, you're not really sure. You're going to assume starboard side, maybe down in the waters or whatnot. Some of the crew kind of go over and are looking at it. Nothing, Captain. Just tricks on the air. You hear them say. The crew is looking a little uneasy.
I fucking warned them.
yeah, they all know.
They had a choice.
They all know, but they're all just like, yeah. You can see that they're trying to collect themselves but it's kind of waning. They're all spooked. They're all ready for like something to happen. They almost want. You almost want something to happen because then you know.
Yeah, that something's happening and it's not.
A few, like, very small, like 2 minutes go by. It doesn't take long for Nox to kind of go out and come back. Talon, your vision clicks back in and you can see the ship getting closer as Nox returns. Nox comes out of the fog. You can see him returning. He tells you in your mind, Talon, that there's something ahead. There's a man on a boat.
He has a big booming voice.
You gotta do the big booming voice.
He's got a godlike voice.
Yeah.
A godly voice.
Talon.
I feel like I do it wrong every time.
Talon! Like,
Yeah, okay, sorry, no, I remember. The time is 4 a.m. Yeah. Talon, there is a man on a boat by himself with a stick. He has a hat. He is coming straight towards us. He'll be here soon. Before you know it. And then, like, by the time he gets to you over, he's flying and looking at you while he does
yeah.
it. He gets over the edge of the boat to return back to you. And that's when you see a very small, like an elongated boat with a tiny little hut.
Oh my god.
And a tiny little hut on it.
Okay.
And a guy with like a stick. He's got a classic like straw hat that's wide brimmed. And he's just got like a stick.
This is a murderer.
This guy's freaking me out more than anything else ever could.
You hear faintly in the distance whistling.
Oh my god. It's the whistle of death.
I didn't think of a
This
like, a
is the
tune.
fucking Grim Reaper coming for us.
It's just kind of that melody. As you hear this very soft sound, this boat almost seems to move faster. Like he could potentially move faster than you doing this manually himself, than letting the wind barely carry your ship. Sorry to anyone hearing my chair squeak endlessly. Anyway, I'm just so self-conscious of it. You can't make out any details of this person on the boat, other than they appear to have like no shirt on. They have slacks and like some boots. You're not
It's
sure.
not cargo shorts, is
What
it?
do you say?
I don't fucking know, man.
I almost.
He's like, hey,
wanted
want to buy something?
The hut is actually secretly his backpack. We just couldn't see it that from that far away.
They continue to whistle. They kind of look up. Their faces like silhouetted in a shadow from their hat and just kind of darkness.
I mean,
There's no way that they haven't noticed you. You're on a giant ship, but they keep whistling. As they come by, they're 100 feet out. What do you wish to do?
this is freaking me out.
Well, Nox could go back and I don't know if he's the greatest greeting party though.
You know, that's fair. Do we want to say hello?
I don't know.
It's the best way to decide things. What side is it he's coming up? Like this side?
It
Or
looks like he's gonna veer to port side.
okay. Can I go? I would like to go here.
The front corner.
Yep.
You're now to port.
How do I get this guy's attention?
Some 80 feet out.
It's not that far.
You could definitely yell.
I would like to not very loudly yell because I don't want to attract other things. But just like ahoy. or hay?
Ahoy there, stranger!
I'm trying to think if Sorren would actually say that. But hay does not seem like something they say very often. Probably just like, oi. That's a good one.
Yeah.
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 But not like loud enough that he'll be able to hear me, but not any louder.
Okay. Cool.
Cause
Yeah. You softly shout out to get their attention. And it interrupts their little melody. And they kind of, you see their like long brimmed hat, they kind of like look up. Their eyes aren't revealed, but you can see their chin. It is got like a scraggly, like, not 5 o'clock shadow, but like 9 o'clock shadow. Black, bristly kind of beard going on. They look a little like kind of lanky and gamey, malnourished type of physique, as they're there with no shirt on and these just tattered, like, kind of brown, like, just slacks, these pants with these boots that, like, the pants have worn away and, like, just fallen apart to where they're basically capris now. And the boots, the pants and the boots, like, almost meet. There's like an inch of just space before they're kind of there. The boots are like, like an 8-inch rise, classic adventuring, like leather boot that folds over. As they kind of stop and they pull this long, like 12-foot stick out, and they kind of like rest it in this little notch that they have on their long boat, and then it lays in between this little. You can see now there's like this little wooden bracket that sits on top of their hut. As they kind
actually
of look
very
up.
smart.
And there's this like kind of this dark voice. Another fool lost in the mists.
Just one of those. What are you doing out here by yourself? Who are you?
Who am I? Doesn't matter who I am. I'm just another soul lost to the cove.
A soul lost to the cove.
If you're lucky,
Melodramatic.
you'll get to be like me.
Who were you before then?
And what are you like now?
Well, take a look around on your boat. What do you see? I was one of them. Yeah. Not anymore. What brought you here? Since you asked me a question. I bring no harm. For if you wish to destroy me, you very well could. I am but on a humble boat, and you are in but a mighty ship, though it matter not in the long run. But what foolish idea brought you here?
Just because Cass forgets, what's the name of the fortress at the end?
Vaderbugen.
Hmm?
Vaderbugen.
Vaderbugen. I'm gonna forget that again. Vaderbugen. We're on a sightseeing tour.
Ah. Did you lose your guide?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, I hope nobody paid you good coin to come in here. Unless you plan to kill them in here, but then you're stuck in here. And, well, I've been around all over this cove and in the mists. Anywhere particular?
Can I insight check this fucker?
Yeah, go ahead, make an insight check.
I forget I don't have a plus to this. 11.
11.
I'm so sorry.
Boom!
Sorry.
Someone on the bus right now is just like, "Ugh." I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. So that's what you do when you're here playing D&D. You're 11. It's the guy's weird and creepy.
I just want, like, is this guy, like, alive still? Like, actually? Or is he, like, some kind of weird...
Oh yeah, he looks alive.
Okay.
He looks malnourished as fuck. You're not sure how he stayed alive. He doesn't look undead.
Okay.
He doesn't look like a ghost.
Okay,
from what you
that
can
was
tell.
also my other question.
Yeah.
Is he a ghost?
He looks human. He doesn't have pointed ears.
Okay.
It's not like he has any extra limbs. Nothing. Yeah. He looks like a man on a boat.
It looks like some schmuck on a boat.
100% a schmuck on a boat.
What do you think of? What do you think of?
He might be able to take us where we need to go without having to worry about it.
Why the hell is he out here?
I don't know.
I mean, if you're looking for somewhere particular on here, sorry, sightseeing tour, I can possibly point you in the right direction. These mists can be deceiving.
And how do I know that you're not being deceiving right now? Are you looking for something? Are you looking for something in return?
Ooh,
Food, coin,
no.
a shirt?
No. Let's say it's in good favor. Don't need much when you're lost out here in the cove.
What do you mean by that?
Be
Okay.
lost out here in the cove?
Can't you just follow the edge of it till you get out?
Oh, sure. But you wouldn't dare leave.
Why?
That's when she gets you.
Was when you're leaving, so it doesn't matter right now.
Oh, it could happen at other times. But what do you know her by?
Many names. I just
They being what? The murderer?
mostly Margot, the Banshee Queen.
Do you know why she's called the Banshee Queen?
Enlighten me.
Well, here's a short story. She used to rule some people. And then she used to rule over some people and sail these waters looking for the treasures, the golds, the magic hidden beneath the waters, and bring it to her lord, a giant that promised them salvation. When a great castle was done being built. But she was betrayed. When the castle was done and they brought their final pack of loot, as you pirates and cutthroats say these days,
I mean, they've always said that, but
a great storm was awoken and shredded everyone to bits, and they all cried out and screamed. But Mirago screamed the loudest, crying for her people. They say if
Banshee.
you listen real close, you'll hear it still, echoing off the walls, forever bouncing through this cove. And she is cursed to be the Banshee Queen, and now protect this cove eternally.
protect the cove from what?
Others, sightseers, those who want to take something out of it and never get it back, never bring it back, take it for themselves. So Yeah, unless you plan on not taking anything and somehow have a perfectly good heart of actually truly being a seer of such sights, you may somehow leave. Maybe.
No, we're definitely here to see the sights.
It's not me you have to convince them. Nor is it her. It's the cove,
I knew it.
the air, the great omniscience that swirls in this water. It knows. Can you feel it raking against your spine? It never goes away, that feeling. Wow. Anyway.
But you wouldn't really know that, would you?
What's that?
Because you haven't left.
If that feeling goes away after. I've had a lot worse things
No,
raking
but as
at my
long as I've
spine.
been here, it's never gone.
Oh,
Never
so if
gotten
we
used to it.
leave after our sightseeing tour,
Yeah, if you manage to leave, I assume you'd be fine.
do you want to get out of the cove?
Oh, no. No, I don't.
Right, he's crazy.
I had to confirm that to myself because I know deep down that I can never truly actually feel like I would take nothing from this cove. And I can't say I haven't taken anything. I've been here too long.
How long have you been here?
He looks to the back of his, He looks behind him and looks up at his, little hut on his boat. And you can see, by now his ship's kind of come really a little closer to yours, and he's pulled out his stick and kind of, and whatever is kind of somehow wading water with you, or every now and then prods himself off your boat to kind of sail a little bit with you here. You can see that there's like carvings across the hearth over his door frame that goes into this little hut.
Mm-hmm.
And there's quite a series of little ticks across the top. But then you see that they go down the side of the door, eventually till they hit the deck of his boat. And then you can see along the corner, there's more ticks and scrapes. There's quite a few marks. And kind of, his eyes trace down. Too long. Lost track. Lost my knife. But I know things. I know secrets of this code. I know stories. I know where certain things lie in the waters. And that alone is enough to not have me leave. So I'll never be able to leave. But I'm sure I've been here longer than average human is allowed to live, so I guess I got that going for me.
Is it just from the magic of the place?
Not quite sure. I can only assume so. So, hope you're into living a really long time.
Oh,
Ah. Right.
What
It's quite
year-
interesting. Not a lot of people come in anymore.
what year did you come in here?
Oh, 04? Yeah.
Of what century?
3004.
Right.
How long has it been?
199 years.
Ooh. Well, now I really don't feel like going back.
Talon is feeling like this. No. No. Can I insight check this guy?
Yeah, of course.
Uh, 19.
19. What are you trying to incite What are you trying to glean?
Is this guy full of shit? Is there something else that's behind what he's saying? Like, is this true? Is it a distraction? Is something like, or is, yeah, or is there something off with this guy that we have yet to find out?
Though he is a strange character and a weirdo, and he seems to play around with how he says things, you are able to tell that he doesn't seem to hide anything other than he just enjoys being strange and eccentric in his conversation with you, as if the hidden information that he appears to know is that he knows and truly believes you are doomed, and delights in knowing that there is so much that you are going to slowly realize, like he did. That's what you get from him. He's just a crazy old water sailing Haunted Cove man.
It's like when you get a new coworker and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be so great," and it's fine.
And
You're like, "I know what you're gonna face."
Yeah. It's a really good
That's what you glean
comparison,
from
yeah.
him. He seems to project no hostilities other than you're the new kid on the block, and man, you don't even know what you're getting into. That's the vibe.
Okay. I think maybe we've heard enough. I think, thanks for the chat.
Yeah. I mean, you might come across me some other time. I don't know. Depends on how many circles you do. But give you a bit of...
Do we want to get into tables?
If you want to ask that, I think that's fine.
Do you trust him?
He's kind of pushing off your boat as he's veering off port side.
Sure. I don't trust him, but sure.
Before you go,
Oh, yeah. And he kind of like reverts the stick and catches himself and slows himself down. He's pushed himself off your boat. He's now away from you, maybe 15 feet.
can you take us to see the fortress?
Oh. Like that one that was built, and then
Aye.
the Banshee Queen. Fuck you. The Banshee
That's weird.
Queen was born, henceforth found.
Aye. I'll give you a new knife.
It's one of the sights you're seeing.
Aye.
Yeah, why not? I can take you there. We have to get out of the mists first, though. Hold on. And he kind of like stops his boat and swashes himself over. So he rights himself in a masterful way. Clearly been doing this a while. You can see that there's like darkened spots on his deck of his little boat, this tiny little ship that he's on, where his feet have rubbed and caught so many times that you can tell where he stands and he does certain things. There's little nobbins and little pieces of wood that stick up that he can like push and hold himself again to pry and push against. The strange thing is, your ship goes down deeper than this stick does, yet somehow you don't, what's that called? You don't beach. He corrects himself and says, well, I mean, you were going the right way for the most part. If you manage to, though it's impossible, but if you manage to, sail completely straight from when you come in, you'll find it. Easiest way to find Castle Veatherbugen, as you might have heard in the brochure. They exist. You will be able to hear rain. Don't know if you've been there, but it's a little rainy day this time of year. But I can show you there. You'll give me a new knife for it?
Sure.
Sounds great. Super fair deal, as far as I'm concerned. And he kind of like, as he's facing backwards, looking at you, kind of like yelling up to you. Fair deal, as I'm concerned. He's kind of like pushing himself to get a bit ahead of you. He's probably about 30 feet in front. Stay close, and if you hear things other than the rainwater, don't go looking.
Right.
Right out then. He pushes off, and you begin to follow this strange man on the small boat as he's to lead you out of the mist. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Damn. Freaky little man in the water.
Freaky little guy.
Heck yeah.
Freaky
guys.
little guy. I like him, but he's freaky.
Yeah. What's his name even?
We didn't ask. We didn't give him ours either, which I'm okay with.
That's fair.
Yeah. We can just not give him our names, and that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Oh my god! A spooter! A spooter just ran across!
Let him.
Ah!
He's right there!
Yeah, let him do his thing. Let him do his spooter
Let
thing.
him enjoy.
He's gonna crawl on me.
He's listening to the story.
Yeah, he wants to listen.
He's gonna crawl into a fight scene one day.
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool. Live spider.
I'm actually just scared that I'm actually gonna accidentally like touch him when he's underneath my table. But
Like, ah!
yeah, and I'm gonna make as I might accidentally kill him.
Not the
know.
spooter.
Because he's gonna freak out. He's gonna go. And do
That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and him.
It's double.
Because he's gonna be like, oh, he touched me. Just like I'm gonna do.
Ew, a human, it touched me.
Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you next time.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this, give us a little subscribe, leave a little comment. Please like the video. That helps us actually out quite a lot. We would greatly appreciate it.
Please.
And a huge thank you to Midnight Syndicate for letting us use their music.
Hello.
We got to use some new tracks we haven't
Yeah.
used before,
Love it.
and it's great. So thank you very much. And
Thanks.
have a wonderful night or day. Toodles.
Good evening.
And a good night.
That's how you should end it.
That we have been.
Yeah, that's what
Have
we
you
do.
not been paying
We do
attention?
that like
It's
every time.
Yeah.
I know. I don't listen to you guys. I'm the dungeon master.
I don't listen to my players because I'm the dungeon master.
Hot take.
Hot take. I don't listen to a word my players say.
Do whatever you want.
I could play by myself.
Woohoo, look at the little character.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways,
bye.
bye.
Oh my gosh.
Charlie's hiding.